Juni. Oh my god, this is so cringe, it's so weird. But anyway, hi guys, welcome back to my very dormant YouTube channel. I'm probably gonna post this somewhere else also, but anyway, hi. So today, najua naka sikai mimi, sikai mimi, lakini bear with me. I'm about to do a wig install that I was curling. Nitaweka tutorial siku moja. Mnikumbushe, mnibombard. Otherwise, I'll forget and not do it. Anyway, that's not why I'm making this video today. Yeah. So I've been contemplating on whether or not I should post a video about this, but I feel like I need to, because it's going to push me out of my comfort zone forcefully, because I've been very, very comfortable in my tiny small space. So yeah, as some of you know, some of you may not know, I attempted to off myself when I was 15 and in high school. And yeah, I went for therapy, but then I thought mentally I'd healed. But in real terms, I was actually running away from all that emotion. I didn't deal with it. I just ran away from it and said to myself, okay, we've already talked about this once, let's just run. And that's how I've been living for a long time. And then the problem with running away from things is that you can only run away for so long. It will eventually catch up with you, like it did me. But anyway, I want to talk about that. Probably I won't talk about it in details in this video, because that's a very private matter, and there's a whole backstory towards it, which I may or may not do a video of, but I might. Okay. So let's get straight into doing this thing. Bana. Ay! Nataka kuyap. Leo nitakuwa na yap. I don't normally yap. Uongo. I don't yap as much as I used to. Anyway, this is what I'm gonna use to do my wig thingy, but I'm gonna first like spray it on my edges. Nizi push back kidogo as we have a little chatty chat. Hey, chip. Let's continue with what's brought me here today. Like I said, I'd been running away from emotions for so long, yeah. And how I learned this is because of a conversation I was having with someone, and I realized that I don't deal with certain things in the moment. I just walk away. You know, like for instance, if I'm having an argument with you, because I really don't like conflict. Oh, I don't like conflict, and that's very bad, because I'll sit with myself and think constantly about what I would have said, what I would have done, and it will eat me up and my mood will completely be ruined, like kabisa. But yeah, so I learned that I didn't heal. What I did was, in psychology, because I'm a psych student, we call it emotional withdrawal, where you just shut down emotionally and you run away from things. You just don't like to deal with things. Like me. Don't be like me. Anyway, all this running away, it does have effects, yeah, because utakwanga tu una procrastinate. Ujui kwa nini? It's like your brain is telling you need to deal with this, but you're not clocking it. Like in real time, you're not clocking it. Hey, najua your forehead ina shine, but still, you're not clocking it in real time. But your brain is sending you signals. Like you don't talk as much. You know, elewa. You find it very nimekumbuka. Like one of the most common characteristics ni when you're having an argument, yeah, and you run away from it, most of the time, when you think to yourself, okay, now I think I can go talk about it, and you think it through, unafikiria the whole conversation from A to Z, nini, but then it's perfectly planned in your head, and you know what to say, exactly how to say it, and inakuja without you even stammering. But then when it comes to you now actualizing those words, inakufanyia hesabu ya minus. But yeah, so for a very long time, like I said, I've been running away. So it may affect sana how I react on my day-to-day life. I'm not as chatty as I used to be kitambo. I'm not as lively. I like staying with myself, because I feel like it's more peaceful, when in actual sense I'm just running away, and that's not good. Anyway, since the beginning of this year, or probably even last, I'd been talking so much about my initiative, the Skiza Sauti initiative, which is basically an initiative that majors on mental health, specifically on the dangers of postpartum depression on teen moms especially, and the long-term effect on their child and the mom also, you know, because if a disease goes untreated, yeah, mental disease that is, okay, see disease, where do I do? If a mental thing is not treated, yeah, or dealt with in its early stages, and it goes on and on and on and on and on, it ends up affecting everybody around you, you know, especially a child if it's a mom with APD. Anyway, that's a whole other story. But yeah, I've been talking about how I want to do what are they called, charity events. I want to launch my website, which I am going to. Just a little bit of hiccups here and there, but soon. Now let me explain it from how I've been going through it. Hey, there's a lot of eyes here, but anyway, let me freeze. Nilikuwa nataka kusema nini? Ushai jaribu kupanga something like in your head, you want to get things done, but then like you can't actively do it. Like ikifika kwa kuifanya kidogo unaomba ujitoe kidogo, you know. It's like you really want to do something, but your mind is dragging you down, like inakwambia no, imechoka, we're done, like we don't want to, and like deep down you really want to do it, you know. Anyway, yeah, so that's how I've been, and it's really hindered me from achieving a lot of stuff and living life, you know, aside from being comrade, my pockets being dry. I feel like there's a lot I would have done if I didn't run away, and if I knew how to communicate my feelings more. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I came up with a list. Yeah, guys, I've been talking too much. I've not even done anything. Let's let this dry, and then we do the thing over here. You need to the layer, tuanze layer over there. Like I was saying, I've also, oh, I almost forgot. Also, I wanted to start a podcast, yeah, but nimekuanga tu nikiprocrastinate. Nashangaa kwa nini? I don't know. Kumbe it's just me not dealing with my own emotions and running away that's been dragging me down this much. But anyway, like I said, I decided to come up with a list recently that I want to, of the things that I want to get done before this year. No, not before this year ends. Imebaki sijui 4 months before I turn 21. And I even wrote like Bible verses to give me strength. And yeah, thing number 1 is to get baptized and to grow my relationship with God. This is number 1 on my list because I've always, okay, let me not lie, getting baptized has never crossed my mind, ever. But even in the word it says you need to be baptized, bro. I don't know where, but I know it says that you need to be baptized. And also I want to grow my relationship with God. I had started already, but I feel like I'm not there yet, and I don't want to rush anything because you cannot rush your relationship with God. Oh, by the way, I got new glasses from Cactus Optica. No. Hey, check my label, bwana. Anyway, let me put those aside. Yeah. Sorry, I was blinded by my beauty. As I was saying, sorry, I was checking. I'll just cut these parts off. As I was saying, yeah, I'd started building my relationship with God. I'm not saying that mimi ni holier than thou, nimeacha dhambi. I just a baby, and I'm starting step by step. I don't want to rush things, but there are some things I know I'm gonna have to stop eventually in my walk with Christ. But that's, we'll deal with that when we get there. Anyway, I feel like the most essential part of dealing with trauma, mental thingies, mental, you know, fracas, and basically just anything that disturbs you as a person, it makes you not function as you normally would. Number 1, you just have to like find a base or something that will keep you going. And I feel like for me, I find a lot of comfort knowing that God's got me. Because even in the Bible, yeah, it says, I won't quote the exact words, but I know in the Bible it says, come to me all those who are heavy laden and I will give you rest. And that gives me so much peace because I know no matter how heavy things get for me, I can always run to God. Hata kama it will take months, weeks, days for me to feel like that weight is being lifted off, it will happen. Yeah. And then I also want to get baptized because I've been saying, oh, I'll get baptized. My mom has been singing it in my ear, and I considered it, but I didn't want to rush into it because I was being told to go and do it, because salvation is not is not meant to make you feel like you're being pushed towards it. You understand what I mean? Yeah, it's supposed to come from within for you to want to be saved, not to do it because, oh, mom is telling me I need to go get baptized. No, that's not how I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it at my own time when I felt like, okay, now I'm ready to get baptized. And I do want to get baptized either this year or next year because niko sure catechism classes, but they're going on. I'm not sure if they've started the new classes, but I'll go check. So yeah, that's thing number 1. Thing number 2 on the list is to be consistent with my content, styling, posting, and okay, basically just to be consistent. Also on the podcast thingy. I'm not so sure if I'm gonna start a podcast by myself. I may or may not. It's a 50-50 thing. May or may not. But I'll see. I'll look into it when the time comes. Hey, Bradsy! Like, spending time with myself just makes me see how very weird I am. I can be very, very weird. But imagine life if everybody was just normal. Imagine how boring that would be. So boring. I'm not a boring person. That may be weird. Okay, I've pushed it back kidogo because I don't want this to get on the glue or anything. But yeah. Niliona kitu Instagram at if you want to thingy to put your lace, you measure 4 fingers up. Ndio isiende kwa hairline, ukatwe edges. No, for me I already don't have. I have a very majestic, shiny forehead and I don't want it to be bigger than it already is because my thoughts ni mingi sana. Nikiongeza sintapasuka. Anyway, so I'm gonna put my glue here. Hapa. And also keep in mind I'm not a professional, so if I'm making mistakes, leave me. It's getting tacky very quickly. And I'm going to put one layer. I was saying, yeah, I want to be very consistent because I've noticed one thing about me is that I'll say I want to do something. I'll even think about the process and how it's going to happen and nini. But then ikifika saya ku actualize, like even for this video, for me to get out of my bed and just say, Mishan, let's go do it. I had to pray prayers. I've been fighting battles. I have a battle. I've been fighting that battle. I've been fighting battles. But I'm very glad that I've gotten up to do it because who knows? What if I'm helping somebody who's in the same situation as me? Smama endo ufanye hizi vitu. You only live once. Be responsible. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I want to be very consistent and I feel like I need people to hold me accountable. That's why I'm posting this, so that people will hold me accountable for not posting and not doing what I said I was gonna do. You understand? But I know people can only do so much. It also has to come from me. I will do it also. But I really want to be very consistent with my posting, content, nini and stuff. Because who knows? Who knows what can come out from all this, me being consistent? Who knows? Right? Okay, let me let this dry kidogo because I want it to be very tacky. Ndo glue yangu isi kwame ati glue, ndo lace yangu ishikane vizuri. Lord, okay, there's one thing kwa hii list yenye nimesahau sikusema, nitasema, but there's a story. Aki, sometimes I really wonder how men really function. I mean, no shade, but some of you are really, your actions are very questionable. Very questionable. Mtu hata unapea watu reason mingi sana ya kuwa block because what the heck is wrong with some of you? Weirdos. Okay, I'm gonna put one more layer because I feel like it's drying so quickly today. Sijui nini ni maajabu gani ninafanya leo, but it's drying so quickly. This is the final layer. I don't know how many layers I've put. See how sticky my fingers are because of the spreading. That's how it's supposed to be. It's like supposed to be very, very like that. No. And by the way, this was a thingy. What's it called? Experiment. I was trying to see if I can curl my semi-human hair with hot water because the hot flat iron curling iron is not doing it for me. I saw my life flashing right in front of me. Girl. I'm sure a lot of people are gonna watch this video and be like, hey, she's normally that funny. Yeah. I'm just a weirdo with a pretty face. And by the way, message to girls, Do not let anybody tell you that telling yourself you're pretty is a crime. Because if you don't say it to yourself, who's going to tell you? And if, yeah, by the way, ujiambie wewe ni mrembo. Ndo utajua wewe ni mrembo. At least sasa hakutakuwa na kukale ka jealousy kana kuanga. Oh my, I even forgot I was doing the list thing. Okay. Next thing on my list is to try new food and visit new places. Najua, recently, I was thinking about the times I've gone to new restaurants, which are very few because I rarely go outside. Rarely. Anyway, I rarely go outside, and I was thinking, every time I try a new restaurant with family, I always get the same food. Because unajua ile aibu najaribungi kujiepusha. Shetani aska kuandame mbele ya watu. I always try the same food everywhere I go. Fries, chicken, the same type of food. But I was like, I want to try new foods and experience how it tastes. You understand what I mean? Because what I noticed is, I think this all just stems back to how I've been running away from stuff. I'm very scared of change. So I don't like trying out new stuff as much because change is not really the thing I'm into. Sorry, I had to go get something. Like I was saying, yeah, I'm not a fan of change like that because I'm very comfortable with where I am and stuff. So I don't like trying new things or going to new places sometimes because, you know, it's what I'm used to. It's what I've made myself used to already. So I want to at least try out and go to new places. Nisije nikakufa alafu iwe ati sikuenda hata nini. You know, kwanza, don't judge me. Unajua sijaienda Sarit Center. And I've been in Nairobi since last year but one, and I have never been to Sarit Center. And I'm not saying this so that you guys can judge me, judges. I'm saying this just to prove that, not even to prove, just to show you how nini. I think I'm gonna have to remove this. How much of a nini, what's it called? How much I've been avoiding. Like I've been so scared to try new places, and it's not like sina means za kujipeleka ama I don't have friends who go there. I just after nisikiange ati high schoolers ndo uja huko na watu wanaitwangu aje Power Rangers. Yo, after nisikiange hivyo, bro, my mind just shifted from trying that place out or even just going there. I've never been to Sarit Center. Is that a crime? I feel like that should be a crime. Because what do you mean? Mishan, you've never been there? Huh? Anyway, I'm gonna try it out and I'm gonna go there once at least. Nikaone vile kuko vile nini maisha huko kunaka. Anyway, aki kitu nataka kunifinya blood vessels. Wow. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I've been very scared to try out new places. I know you can't take me seriously right now because I look crazy, but just hear me out. I've been very scared to try new places, yeah, because I'm just used to staying in my comfort zone. No, but before I turn 21, I want to have at least even gone outside the county, outside Nairobi for a night. No, like responsibly, but I want to try out new places. Like I want to go out with my friends and have fun and live life responsibly. You know, yeah. On to the next. I want to secure a billboard. Kwanza hata niko na content nataka kuwa unleashia soon. I'm timing. But anyway, yeah, I've already, okay, partly, that's already almost done because I have a brand I'm working with. Sawa. Yeah, I'm working with a brand already, but I still do want to secure a billboard. You understand? Yeah, I want to secure a billboard and a very big contract as a commercial model. Make from my mouth to God's ears. In Jesus' name, amen. Because I want to push myself. And how I'm going to get there, I don't know. But consistency, hard work, prayer. My prayers will get me there, and I also convince my mom to pray for me. I don't have to convince her, that's my mom. What? The final. No, not the final. This is the second last. I want to learn how to communicate and face my problems head on instead of running away. That has been the base of this entire video from when I started filming. But yeah, I want to learn how to communicate. And a lot of people mistake communication for disrespect sometimes because of how that message is being relayed. Yeah. Sorry, I had to kata and pluck here kidogo because it was looking a bit crazy. I also have to pluck this other side. Okay, I'm done plucking now. Inaka bera kidogo. You can't see it now, but trust the process. It will look good. So yeah, that's literally almost everything I wanted to do before I turned 21. And then one thing I'm forgetting is that this year, for my initiative, I want to do at least one what's it called, charity event with big sponsors. Okay, not so big, as long as I've done something to give back to the community and I've pushed myself out of where I'm very very like comfortable, I feel like that would be enough for me for now. But yeah, I am going to do something about it, not to like try and plan something. So get ready, get ready,
Get ready. I want you to jog.
get ready. Yeah, so yeah, that's practically everything from my list. Yeah, I feel like I needed to do this. If not sooner, I should do it, because now that people know, that thing will be ringing in my head that I need to get stuff done, and I won't be so comfortable. It's like I've pushed myself out there by force. Ooh, which is a good thing. And for those who are like thinking of doing the same thing, please do it. Bro, you only live once, and you can't stay cooped up in one place forever. You have to go outside, live life, but responsibly. Msiende huko nje kukua. Unajua, mko very responsible. Can't wait to see how this hair is gonna turn out like. End result. Oh. How about I cut to the place where my hair's done? Yeah.